Alright, the Lavinho update is out, and I'm going to be straight with you. For me, and for most of the community I've seen in chats and lobbies today, this feels like one of the best updates Blue Lock Rivals has ever shipped. No glazing, no weird praise just to praise. An honest review. From the moment you log in, you can tell they tried to do this one right. The rollout felt prepared, the rewards were generous, and the actual style quality matches the hype they built. Most important of all, they avoided the biggest trap. Lavinho is strong and fun, but he isn't some impossible launch monster that ruins queues for a week. He's skill-forward, expressive, and fair to play against when you read him well. And before we continue discussing the update itself, I just wanted to say if you like my content and want to see daily videos about not also Blue Lock Rivals but also Ink game info, just make sure to hit the subscribe button and also like my video. It's honestly giving me a lot of motivation to make daily videos just for you guys. Alright, let's get to main topic. Let's talk about the generosity first because it set the tone for the entire day. The team handed out roughly 70 lucky spins during the release window. 70. That's not a typo, and it's not the usual 2 codes that expire in an hour. It was wave after wave. On top of that, they boosted the master rarity pull rate by 0.75% for the event window, which sounds small on paper but is actually a big deal in a game where decimals are your best friend. In lucky spins, that pushed the effective chance to pull a master, and specifically Lavinho, to a level that felt higher than a standard generational pull for those hours. Depending on which code you used and when you rolled, people were quoting around 1.5% up to 2% for masters during the promo. If my exact math is slightly off, blame the flood of codes. Miro was dropping them so often it was easy to lose count. But the spirit is clear. Master odds were meaningfully boosted. Even if that boost ends by the time you watch this, during the opening window it was live and you could feel it. What does that mean in practice? It means that even players who didn't get Lavinho usually walked away with something. With 70 spins in one day, a huge chunk of the player base pulled at least 1 world class, often 2, sometimes more. I saw people in my lobby chat celebrating pulling their first ever world class and others who missed Lavinho but still upgraded their inventory in a real way. That kind of generosity changes the whole feeling of an update. After the rough mood from the Loki release, this looked like an intentional course correction. We heard you, here are spins, here are better odds, go have fun. And honestly, it worked. The vibe was positive all day. Not because everyone won the lottery, but because almost nobody walked away with absolutely nothing. Now let's look at the reason we're all here. Lavinho himself. As a master rarity, he had to deliver 2 things at once. Premium feel and real balance. And he does. The word that kept coming to mind for me was finished. His animations are finished. The timing is finished. The transitions are finished. He looks like a style that was tuned for clips but also tuned for inputs, which is rare. The dash with butterfly VFX reads clean. The body feints sit in that sweet spot where you can react if you're focused. And the awakening dribble has that smooth, elastic weight you only feel on top-tier animation passes. People will compare parts of his kit to Yukimiya's dribble, and that's fair, but Lavinho's version carries more details. Power-wise, he's strong, but not the kind of strong that makes you want to dodge. You still have to do something without needing to hit 1 button and score. This isn't press 1 button, steal, and score. He's a dribbler first, so his win condition is rhythm, trick, angle, dribble, finish. If you're sloppy, defenders can read you on the second feint or poke you right after the lift. If you're quick, you can turn half chances into highlights. That is what a master rarity should feel like. Power that mirrors your skill, not power that ignores it. Let me break down what impressed me in the micro. The impact frames are tasteful. Quick freeze, a crisp outline on contact, then immediate return to motion. Those details matter because they're how you avoid input lag disguised as cinematic flair. You can tell they learned from past feedback. I never felt like the game stole my movement just to show me particles. It showed me enough to feel premium, then got out of the way. Everything around the style supports the mood too. The new lobby is Brazil coded. Bright, festival colors, music energy. a layout that breathes more than the usual hub. It straight up gives World Cup vibes in the best way. You log in and it feels like an event, not just a banner swap. The bundles match that tone. Cooler emotions, cleaner player cards, accessories that feel designed for Lavinho rather than recycled. As for fairness, here's the part the community will care about after day one clips lose their shine. Counterplay exists. You can bait the first feint and jab on the second, you can step into his lift if you see the setup, and you can body block the burst if you hold near post. The butterflies on the dash aren't just pretty, they also act like readable timing. When they flare, contact is live. When they trail, he's through and you shouldn't tackle. That sort of readable VFX is exactly how you keep a flashy master from becoming guess and pray. If you lose to Lavinho repeatedly, it's because he outplayed you, not because the input was unbeatable. Now, are there bugs? Of course there are bugs, and this is Rivals. I saw a cutscene camera choose the wrong angle once and clip through a knee. I saw me respawning to the other side of the field after scoring a goal. A friend had a brief pose desync during an awakening cut. The classic, standing still while the script runs. Gremlin. None of these were match-breaking, and that's a huge difference from some earlier releases. The build is stable enough that you spend your day playing the meta, not posting error clips. The quick hotfix notes that popped up midday didn't feel like band-aids. They felt like normal bugs from good old blue lock Rivals. I'm fine with that. Is this update perfect? No update is perfect, but it's the closest the game has come in a while to delivering on all the pieces at once. A premium style that isn't oppressive, a visual theme that changes the mood, a reward plan that includes the whole community, and matchmaking that feels healthier right away. I don't think it's hype to say they learned from past mistakes. The difference between we're listening and we listened is what I felt logging in today. Codes were ready, odds were boosted, animations were tight, the lobby sang. That sequence matters. For people who care about cosmetics, the bundles justify the master label without feeling like price for price's sake. The colorways fit, the accessories don't look like leftovers, and the banner UI reflects the event identity. If they keep this standard for future master or generational drops, I think we'll see less blowback about style felt rushed and more talk about, okay, when's the next event stage and who headlines it? To sum it up in plain words, this update lands. The 70-ish lucky spins and the 0.75% master boost made the opening window feel generous. The master odds felt better than usual, sometimes even higher than a standard generational chase in lucky spins, and people noticed. Lavinho himself is one of the best-looking styles in the game. Crisp animations, responsive dribbles, flashy but readable awakening moments, and celebrations that hit the Neymar vibe without dragging. He is strong but not brainless. You win with rhythm, timing, and angle, not with a single auto button. The new Brazil-style lobby sells the event mood and honestly gives World Cup energy every time you spawn. Bundles and cosmetics look built for him, not recycled. Bugs exist, but they're the minor kind we've all learned to expect, not the kind that ruin match flow. Put it all together, and you get one of the strongest, most community-friendly releases Rivals has done. That's my honest review. I'm happy with how this one turned out, and judging by lobby chat and timelines today, most of you are too. Now I want to hear your take. Did you pull him? Did the boosted odds treat you well? And how does he feel in ranked after a few hours? Drop your stories in the comments. I'm going to be reading through them tonight and replying where I can. And if you enjoyed this breakdown and want me to keep covering every update with real talk, not fluff, please leave a like. It helps the channel grow and keeps me grinding daily.